Hey everyone! In this video, I'm going to guide you on how to create a Google business profile for your company in 2025. I know it can seem a bit tricky at times, especially with some of the questions they ask, but I'm here to help you navigate through the setup process. This is super important for any business, whether you're running a service like plumbing, have a physical store selling products, or even if you're operating an e-commerce site. No matter what type of business you have, having a Google business profile, previously known as Google My Business, is essential. So, let's dive in. Feel free to jump around in the video, but I'll be sharing some key tips that will definitely be useful for you. I'll be using Casa Luna, Bali, Indonesia as an example to show you how to set up your Google business. When someone searches for your business on Google Maps or Google itself, your profile will pop up with all the important details like a description, hours of operation, address, website, phone number, and more. This way, potential customers can easily find out about your business and what you offer. To kick things off, the first step in setting up your Google business profile is to head over to Google Maps. First, head over to Google Maps and search for your business. You want to check if it's already listed because many businesses are on there but haven't been claimed yet. For instance, take Saisen Kintamani, a pet care provider. It's not claimed yet. So just look up your business on Google Maps or Google itself to see if it's already
Google
there.
often adds businesses, especially if you've been around for a while.
If you find it, you can click on Claim This Business and follow the simple steps to take ownership. If you don't see your business listed, go to google.com/business. You'll need a Google account for this, so if you have a Gmail, that's great. Just make sure it's linked to your business rather than your personal account. Then, click on Manage Now and enter your business name, like Saisen Kintamani Pet Care Professional, which is based in Gianyar, Bali, Indonesia. Next, you'll need to select your business type. You have 3 options, and you can choose more than one. For example, if you're running an e-commerce store or selling products from home, check that box so people don't show up unexpectedly. You'd want to tick this box right here since you don't want folks dropping by your actual business. It's really just for online sales. Now, if we talk about local stores, this could be anything from a restaurant to a pet supply shop or even a landscaping supply store if that's your thing. And then there are service businesses, which include things like pet service giver, landscapers, plumbers, and electricians. These are the types of businesses where customers usually don't visit you. Instead, you take calls and head out to help them at their homes or wherever they need your services. So, for this pet care business, I'm going to check the service business option. Just a heads up, you can check multiple boxes if they apply to you. Now, let's move on to the next step, which is picking a business category. This part is super important because there can be a lot of variations. There are plenty of options, so I'd suggest picking something broad that you think most people would search for on Google or Google Maps when looking for your type of business. I'm going to stick with animal services since we might also do pet grooming, pet taking care when the owner is away, and things like consultancy about pet health. Now, let's move on to the next step, which is selecting our business location. When you're picking the areas and towns for your business, it's best to keep it local. For instance, if your pet business is based in Gianyar, you might want to include Semarapura, Ubud, Besaki, but steer clear of places like Singaraja or Bulan just to grab more customers. Google has a pretty clear guideline. If a location is more than a 2-hour drive away, it's not a good idea. In fact, you could risk having your business listing taken down if you list locations that are too far apart. I honestly don't get why anyone would do that. Stick to areas where you're actually willing to work, like nearby towns such as Ubud or Samarapura, which should be within a half hour to an hour's drive from your main location. We can always tweak this later, and I'll show you how once we get everything set up. If you want to add or change any towns, that's totally doable. Having a website isn't mandatory, but it's super helpful since it can boost your visibility on Google and attract more customers. So, I'll enter the towns I'm servicing, hit next, and then we'll add our phone number and website. Let me enter the phone number now and click next. After that, we can check a couple of boxes to wrap things up. This will keep you updated with any changes from Google regarding Google Business. I think it's pretty handy, so I'd suggest you go for it to get news and tips on enhancing your business profile. After that, just click on Continue, and we're likely moving on to the crucial part, verifying your profile. This is where some folks might run into trouble when setting up their business on Google. It's all about proving that you're a legitimate business owner in the location you claim. This step helps prevent random, non-existent businesses from popping up on Google. Google has a few ways to verify that you're actually operating in the area you say you are. For instance, if you run a service business, they might just need to confirm your phone number to ensure you're a real person. They also have other methods, like sending a physical piece of mail to your business address. This can take about a week or even up to 2 weeks to arrive. They usually say it takes 5 to 7 days, but I've seen it take longer. Once you get that mail, you'll need to enter the PIN number from it into your Google Business profile. This confirms that you really own the business since you're receiving mail there, and then you'll be verified and show up on Google. I've checked out both of those methods. There's another approach that's been getting a lot of use lately, and you might run into it too. It's not too tricky, so no worries. This one involves video verification, which is especially common for businesses with a physical storefront. So, if you own a pet shop or something similar, they usually ask for a video. Once you're done, just hit next, and we'll move on to setting up your business hours. If you're running a service business, like plumbing or electrical work, you might want to consider saying you're open 24/7. This is especially handy for those late-night emergencies. Like a toilet issue at 2 a.m., you could even charge extra for those late-night calls. But if you're closed on Sundays or have specific hours during the week, make sure to set those accurately. If you're not actually taking calls at 2 a.m., don't list yourself as 24 hours. Next up, we'll add a business description. For example, if you're a pet service giver company, keep it short and sweet. Something like professional pet service provider specializing in pet sitting, pet grooming, pet boarding, and training services works well. You have up to 750 characters, but it's best to keep it simple and straightforward. Setting up your business on Google is pretty straightforward. It shouldn't take more than about 10 minutes, and it can really boost your I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Also, check out that Google Ads video if you want to learn how to set up ads to grow your business even more. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next video.